Hi everyone, it's me, Captain Bear. Blah, 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 blah. I can't ever talk every time I do that name. It's me, Captain Blueberry Buckaroo, aka Lancer 737. Happy extra late Easter. I'm trying to visit everyone's Equestria and give you my opinion on it, but I can already tell you from the past times I have visited everyone's Equestria, I do like what everyone's doing. But anyway, I'm going to go visit everyone, or try to again, because, I have made more friends over time, so it would only be fair if I tried to visit the newest friends as well. To do this whole process over again, which is always cool because I like seeing the progress that everyone has gone through with their Equestrias. So first, we're going to start with Night Nurse, or Nurse Night. Nurse Night. Okay. Here we go. I might have actually seen this one already. Yes, I have. Whoops. When I wrote this down, I should have probably wrote down the one that I needed to go to, not the one I left on off. But I remember looking at this one, and this one was really nice. I liked that all the flags were around each element, giving it like a mark of importance. Happy extra late Easter night. You get to be in the videos twice now. So I hope everyone's having a good week, and I have started the Discord campaign. You might be able to tell in the background that something doesn't look right exactly. And that's because Discord has changed everything in my Ponyville. Things are getting a little out of hand. Though it looks really pretty, and it's kind of changed, kind of like how the Dark World is whenever you're playing Zelda. And the Dark World, is obviously the opposite of the normal one. It has all these differences to it, including a color palette change. Although I would have to say the colors and differences in Discord's version of Ponyville looks cooler than the Dark World, or maybe it's called Outworld. I can't remember. There's so many series that have intergalactic. No, sorry, not intergalactic. Interdimensional travel with alternate universes that you start to forget all the names for every single one of them in all the different series. I know for sure Outworld is the alternate world that they go into in Mortal Kombat, but what it is in Zelda, I could have swore it was Dark World, but it might also be Outworld. Maybe. If anyone's a Zelda fan, please correct me in the comments if you see this. Let's see. We are almost back to where we were. Okay, here we are. Prim Pants. We get to visit Prim Pants. Woohoo! And here we go. Happy extra late Easter Prim Pants. And they have, strangely enough, they haven't really expanded out very far like you would think they would, but it still is a very decent place. I like the layout of it. I like the Christmas cane by the soldier. It looks like they're trying to eat it. The statue, I mean. And, yeah, it's just really nice looking. I'm going to turn that down a bit. And there's Evil Rarity. Oh my gosh, Evil Rarity. And we got Starlight and Rainbow Dash, so definitely 3 hooves of approval. And I like it. Very uniform. For the most part, it's very uniform. And I like the subtle details that they've added that's distinctly their form of style of how they wanted their Ponyville. And yeah, I like it. Happy extra late Easter Prim Pants. So, the next episode comes out. Excuse me, can't talk. The next MLP episode comes out in 2 days. How excited is everyone? And has anyone seen any previews for it? Because I haven't. I have no idea what it's going to be about. Hope it's good, though. Hope they're all good, really. And if you could decide what the next episode was, what would it be? Like to hear your thoughts on this. I think the last time I did this, I was talking about comic book characters and novel characters in MLP that I liked that were exclusive to them. Technically, some of them are in the games now. And I think I mentioned the evil mirror universe of Celestia and Luna, which technically speaking, there's unlimited universes. So there's so many different variations that can possibly exist. It's not even funny. Literally infinite, which is kind of interesting. Um, what would if you got to make your own MLP universe, what would you want it to be like? How would you want the characters to act? Would you want mostly original characters in it? Would you only want some of the characters in G4 to be in your version of a G4 universe? And would it even be ponies? Tell me what your ideas would be. I'm kind of interested in knowing. Personally, I'm fine with my fan fiction, how it is, which isn't extremely, well, I don't know. Guess it could be considered extremely different because it itself also deals with the multiverse and different means of entering different parts of the multiverse. So in that regard, I guess it would count as being extremely different than what we have. But I didn't disclude any characters at all. Speedy Pants. Oh, sorry, Speedy Pants. Uncle Daisy. If the button will work. Oh, sorry, Uncle. Let's see. Oh, we get to go here. Awesome. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Inya? I think that's Inya Dean. This place looks really nice. I'm liking it. I like the middle section a lot, the character that it adds to their Ponyville. They also kind of haven't expanded out very far, but they have spent a lot of time on detail in the areas that they have unlocked. And I really like it. I like the rock croppings, and it has a fair amount of happy trees. It should probably have a few more, but that's just me. That's what I would add. I'm liking it. I definitely give it 2 hooves of approval. Definitely. Oh, there's Starlight Glimmer. I take it back. 3 hooves of approval. Anyway, happy extra, extra, extra late Easter, Enya. Going back to what I was talking about, though, I think, yeah, mine would be considered extremely different, and I haven't adjusted any of the characters. But, in multiple universes, it's just possible none of them even were born, so you have different characters take up the mantle, which is interesting because in the universe that I mentioned before with an evil Maleficent-looking Celestia and a Nosferatu-looking evil Luna, they had a different group of main 6 that I think use the elements. I could be wrong, but if they're not using the elements, they're still a main 6 that are the heroes. And one was Derpy, and definitely Dr. Hooves. The rest of them I don't remember, but I think they were other really popular main characters that were secondary characters in the series. What was interesting was that in that universe, apparently Derpy doesn't have, excuse me, she doesn't have an issue with clumsiness. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel like someone poured rubber cement down my throat. I felt perfectly fine until I started doing commentary. But yeah, Derpy seems very, very different in that from what little we see of her, and it looked pretty interesting. It would be nice to explore that universe. And that's actually where I think the current evil Sombra came from. Because they show that Sombra was normal. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. Okay, here's Magic Star. Nope, sorry, Magic Star. Nope, how about Spike Daisy? I get to see Spike. This looks really, really good. Really good. Lyra and Starlight are hanging out by Wonderbolt Academy, I assume. Unfortunately, a lot of the buildings for the Cloudsdale ponies look identical. Like there's like 3 or 4 buildings that look exactly like this. And the other ones have the similar style, but you can tell they're not a cookie cutter building. They also haven't gone out very far. That's just really strange because people at a lower level went out pretty far. I'm just going to turn this down just slightly bit more. It's just strange. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. It's just how it is. But it looks really nice from what I'm seeing. And we got plenty of happy trees. Plenty of nicely spaced walking in evil rarity. And, Spitfire. I think I've seen Spitfire in a couple other videos, but it's nice seeing her here. Which would probably confirm the building that I'm seeing is the Wonderbolt Academy. And I believe... No, that can't be Zecора's, is it? Yeah, that is Zecora. It was like, is that King Aspen's? But I was like, no, it doesn't look exactly right for King Aspen. And you got Applejack, so definitely a 4 hooves of approval. I really like the layout and the design of this place. And what do you know? DJ Pony's Place is next to Element of Laughter. Interesting to note. Anyway, I definitely like this place, and I give it 4 hooves of approval, and happy extra, extra, extra late Easter, Spike Daisy. Okay, getting back to what I was talking about, spoiler alert, when I get back to the next person I'm going to try to visit, it'll be safe to listen again. So if you don't want to hear what I'm talking about, skip forward. They go to one of the mirror universes, and Sombra is a good guy. Actually, now I think about it, he is one of the main 6 in that one, and he was in love with Celestia. But he has to absorb... Wait a minute. They might be in 2 separate universes. No, they're not. But either way, he has to absorb all the evil magic that's in Nosferatu Luna and Maleficent Celestia, and it turns him exactly like the Sombra from the primary universe. And I'm thinking, to make things work, he had to break his way out of that universe to wreak havoc in the primary pony universe. Mostly, we see most of his antics in the comics, in which he works with the changelings, which we had a campaign based off of it, but it kind of skipped over some of the plot elements of that comic book arc, but it also added its own, which is kind of cool, because again, the game is its own universe, as opposed to being a comic or a novel or the TV show or movies. But yeah, that's what I think about him. That's how that happened. It's just interesting because you have so many possibilities for storytelling, exploring, and having the characters cross over into multiple universes. In fact, the only thing I was really disappointed about with this last Equestria Girls movie was that Rainbow Dash didn't get to interact with Rainbow Dash. The closest we'll get to that is one of the small skit videos on the special edition of Rainbow Rocks. I believe it's Rainbow Rocks. But I think they all should have interacted more. All of them should interact more with their human selves, rather than just having Twilight and Sci-Twi interact. Because they could have very interesting character plot points that would make for interesting story element. Like, let's say, what would happen if we found out that human Applejack, her parents didn't die, and they're at the farm? How would Pony Applejack react to this if she's in the Equestria Girls universe? Would she try to stay with them? It would obviously be painful, but it would be interesting to see how that would play out. Anyway, let's go try to visit Derpy Pie. And here we go. We got Derpy Pie. Happy extra late Easter Derpy Pie. And they have expanded out a lot. And it looks like they're trying to head towards the element of magic. They have removed the darkness where the element of generosity is. They haven't for honesty and loyalty, but they have activated the element of laughter, which Rarity is in awe of, obviously. Oh, no, never mind. She's in awe of herself. My bad. And you got Applejack, so definitely, from what I've seen, 3 hooves of approval. I like the layout. It's very tight, actually. Very tight and neat. Like how clothes should be folded. Nice, tight, and neat. And it looks like you got some of Rainbow Dash's town floating into Ponyville, making a mini Cloudsdale. Cloudsdale. I almost tried to correct myself and say it was Clydesdale, but it's a spin-off Clydesdale. And we got Evil Rarity, Starlight Glimmer, and Rainbow Dash. Okay, never mind. This is 5 hooves of approval. Definitely like this place. I like the design, layout, and you know what? I didn't notice DJ Pony. I wonder if she's even here. Oh, yeah, she's here somewhere. Oh, you got Trixie somewhere. So, 6 hooves of approval. Yeah, 6 hooves of approval. And there she is, Trixie. The great and very apologetic Trixie. The great and very invisible Trixie until we notice that their house is here. Well, I like it. Very nice place. Happy extra late Easter Derpy pie. So, going back to what I was talking about, though, it would just be so interesting to see how Applejack would react to seeing her parents are alive in a different universe. And it technically wouldn't even have to be an Equestria Girls. Just I want to include Equestria Girls more because I really love that series. I really, really love that series. I feel like they handle most their epic events better than most of the epic events that happen in the standard G4. Although G4 does handle the really important ones extremely well. I just feel like the stories are a bit more epic, and I just can't get over the music in Rainbow Rocks. That music was fantastic. Also, really like the acoustic guitar music they had in the Legend of Everfree. In fact, I really want to watch that movie again. Actually, I want to watch all the Equestria Girl movies ever. I can't talk. I want to watch all the Equestria Girl movies over again whenever I get a chance. It's going to probably be a month or so before I get a chance to watch Equestria Girls ever again. For some reason, I have slurred speech. Oh, and I thought I should mention to you guys, there might be an abrupt change to the scheduling. I mean, there kind of is because the special things I have to do to be able to do commentary for this. But something very unexpected just happened. I have been given a notice that I might have to be going in to do a government job. I'm being very vague because I'm not really supposed to mention it. And it's not extravagant. I'm not trying to make it out I'm a super agent or something. It's nothing at all like that. But it still is something important, and I wasn't expecting it. And in fact, I had been chosen once before to do this. I'm surprised I've been chosen a second time to do this. But it might make a major change to my schedule because it's like an all day thing. I'm not going to get more into it until after it's over. Then I can tell you everything. But anyway, here is Dr. Star. Here's not Dr. Star, I mean. We're just going to look at the title and that's it, unfortunately. Golden. Golden is not golden, unfortunately, but happy late Easter. Sorry, the game wouldn't let me see your place. King Music. Nope. Mrs. Knight. Nope. Mr. Cake. Oh, we get to see Mr. Cake. Good. I'm glad we get to see Mr. Cake. This looks very nice. They have lots of walkways going on. They have some very interesting pattern designs going on. It reminds me of a circuit board in a sense. Not that the other ones didn't, but it seems more erratic, which I like. I think certain places deserve different styles of walkways and just architecture and how the entire landscape is created in the place that you're in. Like in the Crystal Empire, I tried to make everything very symmetrical. Although sometimes I can't, just because they limited certain sections of the area on how you can build things. Oh, Amethyst Star, definitely 2 hooves of approval. Applejack, 3 hooves of approval. And because how cool this place is, definitely 4. Oh, Starlight Glimmer's 5. 5 hooves of approval. The fun has been multiplied by 5. A factor of 5. DJ Pony's Place. Oh, got one of those balloon castles. That is pretty cool. I'm guessing that's Sludge's place. Oh, nope, it's not. It's the Pink Dragon's place. Still, I like this one. Happy extra late Easter, Mr. Cake. Wait, did I say Mrs. Cake before? I'm sorry about that. I meant Mr. Cake. Happy extra late Easter, Mr. Cake. What was I saying? Great. Now I've lost my place. Now I forgot what I was mentioning. I remember. Oh, yeah. I was mentioning the job that I been randomly picked for, a government one, and yeah, it's probably going to interfere with my upload times. You see, when you guys comment on most of my videos, actually most of it's automated. Most of the videos you're seeing I've made a long time ago, and that's why sometimes I don't respond immediately, because I'm actually not at home. I'm doing other things, and I'm very sorry for not getting to the comments immediately. But I do try to get to them at ASAP. But anyway, yeah, it's just unexpected, unfortunately. Just like how it was unexpected that some of the comics that we got for My Little Pony look way more epic than they actually are. Unfortunately, like one of my favorite art covers from the My Little Pony comics is for a story arc that it doesn't deserve the cover, unfortunately. On the cover, it has Princess Luna and Spike together, and she is fighting a dragon, like an ancient sized red dragon, and actually also is a red dragon, at point blank, and she looks very furious. It's really cool because it's a heated battle. And then the whole story is about a detective story finding out what dragons are burning down parts of the city, and there is no fighting in it. And it's just that's a little bit disappointing. You should not make your cover art about something that has nothing to do with the story. It would make a great piece of fiction in its own right. There should be a story about what we're seeing. Oh, went too far. We should get a story about what was on that cover, because it was epic. Wait a second. Okay. Next is Golden Pants. Happy extra late Easter, Golden Pants. And let's see, we got Starlight Glimmer and Applejack, and she's hiding behind the theater. She's getting ready to do her solo act, like what she did in the 200th episode. Liking the design and layout. It's its own thing. It's very much like my older design for my Ponyville, and I like it. Oh, Applejack's Apple Stand. So far, definitely giving it 3 hooves of approval. Oh, you got the pony version of Stonehenge, which was in the season 7 finale, 1 and 2, I believe. Definitely 1 though. And you got Amethyst Star, so definitely four hooves of approval. And Trixie, 5 hooves of approval, definitely. And like I said, I like the layout. It has plenty of rocks. It could probably use some more trees, but I definitely like it. I wonder what's going to go here, because there's big open space here, and something I believe is planned on being put here. Ironically enough, the lava pool is at the bottom right corner or left. It's nearly dead center left. I mean bottom, so I guess I could just say bottom part of the town. Because the other place I went to was that like that. It's kind of interesting it went there. But anyway, I like it. Happy extra, extra, extra late Easter Golden Pants. We're gonna head on out. Roll out. This is Optimus Prime, and I have an order to give you all. I order you to transform and roll out. I used to be able to do a better job at sounding like Optimus Prime. I used to actually imitate John Wayne, which apparently John Wayne is used for inspiration for Optimus Prime. What would you guys think if they did really officially have My Little Pony giant blah, 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 join in a giant shared universe like the Avengers, except for it's only with Hasbro products? Because right now Hasbro is planning on having G.I. Joe, Transformers, Mask, spelt with a K because it stands for Mobile Assault Strike Command. What was it? Aquanauts? No, it's something like Aquanauts. Visionaries. I think there's one other. Anyway, it's all those, and I think one other. They're going to have them all be in live action movies in a shared universe. What would you feel if they added My Little Pony to that? And even if they didn't, is this something you're interested in, and or do you have a problem with it? For me, my most favorite things out of the things they just mentioned would be Mask and Visionaries. I take a lot of inspiration from Visionaries. That's a Hasbro Universe where it's very far in the future, and magic caused technology to stop working, and in effect it's replaced by magic tech, magic power technology. And everyone, all the spectral knights and darkling lords, when they pass their magical trials, they all get an animal totem, and they can magically turn into the animals that are their totems. And it was a really, really cool series. And then Mask, imagine something in between Transformers and G.I. Joe, and that's what Mask is. Except for they're not using giant robots. It's just the cars look like normal cars or normal vehicles, and then they appear to be like vehicles like what you would see in Twisted Metal. I love the seriousness of that series and the detail they went into for world traveling and exploring the lore from different parts of the world. And the music in it was fantastic too. So those are the two only things live action wise I'm excited about from Hasbro that will be coming out. I don't know what to think about G.I. Joe. Well, I like G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Mask works. The other ones don't, especially since just by proxy, Visionaries, because of the nature of their magic, it would ruin everything. Technically, all the Transformers would drop dead. All the tech that G.I. Joe and Cobra uses would stop working. The Aquanaut or wherever the heck it is, because I don't remember its name, they shouldn't work either because there's some kind of robot thing. It just would ruin everything. And if they ignore that aspect of Visionaries, then you're kind of ruining the storytelling and honoring the story of Visionaries. Anyway, I'm sorry about rambling about that. I'm going to go on to Vanilla Days. Or not. I was just kidding. We're not going to Vanilla Days. Flash Daisy. Nope. Sapphire Pants. Nope. Let's see. The Russian. Sorry, I shouldn't say the Russian, but they are Russian. I would need a translator for that. I'm not good at reading when it's like this. I'm sorry. Happy late Easter to all of you, though. Chocolate Days. Not very chocolatey. Very denied. Little cake. Oh, don't get to see anything. Blue music. Got the blues. Spike Night. That's like the second or third Spike Night we ran into. Cheesy cookie. Oh, wait, I know we've run into a cheesy cookie before. Violet Night. Nope. Or, I mean, I didn't even test the button yet for some reason. Wait, blue music again? Okay. Blue music. No. I'm kind of wondering if this is a glitch, and it's like I'm seeing the same person's previous profiles because of different saves at different time from the cloud as opposed to actual different players. Uncle Cake. Nope. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Nope. Starry Cookie. Oh, we get Starry Cookie. Happy Extra Late Easter, Starry Cookie. And they have made lots and lots of progress. They have gotten to the elements of magic. Oh, wouldn't you know? It's Trixie that's by the element of magic. You know what? I just noticed that unless they cleared this out, all the trees are gone from that spot. I hope they haven't given up on the game because you would think that by now they would have activated that. I kind of like this. Rambo Dash is in the middle of it all. I'm trying to look at... because I don't think I have that item. But even if I did, I don't know. I don't know where I would put it. Don't know where I would put it. Oddly enough, Trixie's place is right next to Rarity's element of generosity. And there's Twilight and Mrs. Cake. And that's either Flim or Flam. I actually don't keep track of who's who out of those two. Because they're an okay villain. Group of villains, I should say. Or reformed villains. Something like that. Applejack and Starlight Glimmer easily make this 4 hooves of approval. Let's see. Down here, the element of laughter has been activated. And when you know it, DJ Pony's place is right next to it. And you got Rainbow Dash. So this is 5 hooves of approval. And also it looks like the element of kindness has been revealed from Nightmare Moon's shadow, but it hasn't been activated. The element of honesty has been activated, though. And, okay, so all the elements, the shadows covering them have all been dissipated by using money, but they haven't all been activated. But I am enjoying the look of this place, and I hope Starry Cookie has not given up on the game. Hope no one really gives up on the game, but at the same time I can understand because this game has a lot of pay to win elements to it. But anyway, it looks really great. And happy extra late Easter Starry Cookie. Now, going back to what I was talking about, because of the success of the adventures, that's why Hasbro is now working on making a shared Hasbro Universe. But oddly enough, they do not include My Little Pony. And that can mean they don't think it's serious enough for it, or it just wouldn't fit. I think as long as you got great writers, you can make anything work. Amazing writers can make anything work. So either they have no faith or they just don't care, which is kind of funny because you already have visionaries being thrown into this shared live action Hasbro universe, and they are heavy magic users. So them being magic, them meaning My Little Pony, shouldn't be an issue because you already got all these knights that use magic, and they have magic machines that also summon the avatars of dragons and other monsters and stuff to do fighting, and then awesome spell casting going on, so that shouldn't be a problem. But then again, this shared universe thing doesn't sound like it's going to work out, so maybe it is for the best that My Little Pony is not announced as being one of the series that will be in the shared universe. But at the same time, oh no, maybe I would give it a shot if they did try it. I just, what would you think? How do you think of a live action My Little Pony G4? Or I don't know, maybe they'd try to make it G5, but let's say it's G4. What do you think a live action G4 pony would look like? Would you even want to see a G4 live action pony? I guess is the real question. In that regard, I have no idea. Again, it depends on the artist. You wouldn't think anyone can make a really good 3D animated version of the G4 ponies, but they have, using the graphics generator from Team Fortress. Okay, next is Caring Daisy. Nope. Victoria. Nope. Astonishing Star. Nope. I'm sorry, guys. Something. I can't pronounce that. That's a crazy name. For Frieza, man. For free. You know what? Forget it. Happy extra late Easter. Uh, possibly fan of Rainbow Dash. At least I hope you're a fan of Rainbow Dash. The game is giving you the avatar Rainbow Dash with you not liking the character at all. I'm very sorry. And there's Rainbow Dash right there, and Trixie, and Starlight Glimmer. So right now, you're definitely looking at 3 hooves of approval. The city is very compact, but they still have worked to make it very detailed and have walkways for the most part. Don't really need to have that many walkways because, again, this is something, in this section at least, that's what I worked with. That's how I had my Equestria / Ponyville set up as. No walkways at all, just buildings that I wanted set together to be set together, and then others put in other places. But I'm definitely liking it, and you got the carnival in the middle with DJ Pony's Place playing music for the carnival. Or it's definitely an arcade. Maybe it's not a carnival, but still very decent. I'm liking it. Happy extra late Easter. Freeze something. Actually, I'm probably going to stop it right here. I think I should probably make these shorter than I have. And I'm also very busy. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an excellent week. And I hope you enjoy this video. Take it easy, everyone.